Hey Jeff, a couple of things from the videos that I saw on YouTube. First and foremost, I know I put it on the board, but I think especially the shots that I saw with your driver, when you set up, the club shaft and your arms were essentially in the same line. And what that tells me, and even from the face-on view, is you've got the grip way down in your palm underneath the club. And so when you do that, it makes it difficult when you're kind of set up in this position with the club in the palm as opposed to down in the fingers, where you see more of an angle, whereas you've kind of got the right arm and the right hand underneath quite a bit. So what that's making you do is turn kind of flat, turn the shoulders a little bit flat. So if you're able to get that grip more down in the fingers, so that those arms can hang a little more naturally right under the shoulders, you'll be able to get those shoulders to go ahead and turn and tilt more and get them on a little better plane, so that at the top you have the shoulders, the hips, the knees, and even the eye line more kind of on the same angle. The other piece is around how the lower body moves, and I know that we had a couple of conversations online about that, but I think the key piece is going to be able to, if you can get set up a little better grip, the feet have to turn out a little more than they are. You get your feet kind of squared up and you turn those out just a little bit. Make sure the head is tilted down so the ball is right in the center of your view, so that when you swing to the top and you make that move from here, kind of in position to where you can go ahead and take the lower body without moving this upper body at all, and essentially just slide that lower body towards the target. During this time, my hips stay closed, my knees stay closed, my right leg stays pretty straight. The only thing that's moving is my lower body, my belt buckle, my hip. All they do is from this turn position, just push towards the target. Now I've got this secondary spine tilt. You know, at the top of the swing, the spine essentially zeroes out, and you got to figure out, I got to hit this ball, but I need some spine tilt to hit it. And the way to do that is to go from a zeroed out position, and all you do is push lower body, get that. I think about something like my belt buckle getting over top of my left foot before I move anything, because right now what I'll see from you is that you've got kind of this palmy grip. You got a decent lower body move. I mean, the right leg straightens okay, left knee flexes, shoulders are a little flat right now, but lower body looks okay. And then right as you start to come down, this right knee pops up, left hip pulls back. You kind of come through the ball with a little bit of this action with the hips pulling away, moving this way. And the biggest indicator for that is the right foot, and that you should be able to take a golf ball and tee it up just outside your right foot, and you should never hit that golf ball. People that spin their hips, the right hip and the right foot pop out, and you'd knock that ball over if it was teed up next to your right foot. Ideally, with the hips in this position, you're pushing them this way, so the right foot goes from flat, it leans in this way, and then it just slowly comes up and around. So what I would do if I'm in your shoes is obviously a couple things that address, and then where I think you got to make the biggest progress is as you nail this backswing a little bit better, get the tilt going, lower body moving a little bit more effectively, and then I would just work on feeling that push into the wall, and what happens without even thinking about it is the handle comes down, the arms come down, nothing is turned. There's no feeling of turning, no feeling of rotating. The only feeling is holding the center right where it is, push that lower body, push it forward. And so from this angle, you got to tilt the upper body, arms swing in, arms still up against the chest, left knees flex, right leg straighten. So all I think about is just pushing that belt buckle over my left foot, pushing it forward. The arms are coming down without even thinking about it. Left arm is staying inside the toe line. And now at this point, there's really nothing left to think about. I feel like I'm in a position where halfway down, I've got 70% of my weight on my left foot, and right as I'm approaching the ball, all I think about is just exploding out of the ground as much as I can. But I'm in this position where I've tilted, my shoulders are centered, weight's about 60-40 at the top of my swing. I just shift, get that belt buckle going in front of the ball, get it go over the left foot, get the hip moving out, touch that wall with that hip, all while keeping everything turned. Everything's got to stay turned, and so you're in this position now where all you got to do is just explode by pushing up, extending the spine, keeping the arms on the chest, and just pushing as hard as you can, just exploding onto the ground. So hopefully that helps. A couple things you can do. Take a, if you have a box, like a golf club came in, and put that box somewhere around out here, and swing to the top. And just all you think about is to see if you can push your hip out to that box. I mean, really exaggerate that feeling. You don't want to lean back. You just want to keep the center right where it is and just push the lower body that way. And so now all you got to do is your arms will come down naturally and you just explode out with lots of spine extension and everything else just kind of turns through. So hope that helps.